What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Logical Dude, your favorite van life living, crypto investing digital nomad. Hope you guys are doing well today. Coming at you from the 3speak.tv platform on the Hive blockchain, of course, as well as YouTube. But if you're watching me on YouTube, would like for you to come and check out Web 3.0, especially if you are already in the crypto game or looking into cryptocurrency. You really need to be looking at moving your social activity off of the major platforms and onto Web 3.0, where you actually own your data. You cannot be censored. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful place to be. You know, we have an awesome community. We have so many applications that are being built. It is actually one of the most overlooked and underrated blockchains in the entire space. But hey, you know what? The last couple of weeks have been insane as far as price action for Hive is concerned, but it's being settled back down along with the rest of the markets, man. Because, man, let me talk about that weekend. Wow, everybody's talking about it. Big bloody dip. Everybody's wondering if the bull market is over. Are we going into a bear market? Well, maybe. It's very much a possibility that, you know, for Bitcoin around that $68,000-$69,000 range was the top. You know, I would not shock me at all. But if you can see where we're kind of settling back around, so it dropped down to, you know, sub 40s in some levels, on some exchanges, but we are pushing back up towards that $50,000 level pretty quick. We're hovering around $49,200 at the current time of this recording. But yeah, the rest of the market took a pretty hard dip. Some of the alts are definitely recovering a lot easier. But a lot of them have, you know, they're smaller markets, so it doesn't take as much money to move them up and down and that kind of thing. So you got to take that into account. Personally, not day trading any of this kind of stuff. Still laser focused on building all the different projects that I've got going on and I'm involved with, even have more coming down the pipe. Not looking bearish at all from a actual fundamental standpoint. Price action isn't everything, guys. So you got to take that at face value. Price action is what price action is going to be. There's not a whole lot of control, especially that retail people have over it and that kind of thing. At this point, markets are moving, money's moving, it's going to do what it's going to do. It's a very volatile asset. All of these cryptos are very volatile assets, and that's just what we have to take into account. So you have to manage your risk the best way that you can. Myself, I have got all of my liquidity pools are paired against the dollar, so that gives me some stability as it's generating yield tokens that I'm selling back into stable coins at this point. And I use that to pay bills a lot. And so same thing with Hive. A lot of my Hive is kind of getting shifted around using the conversion mechanism into Hive-backed dollars. And on Layer 1 protocol on Hive, in your wallet, you can save, put your Hive-backed dollars into savings, and it generates a 10% APR yield for you. That you can claim once a month. It's a beautiful thing. That is at Layer 1. There is no extra apps involved. That is in your wallet. So, if you're not checking out Hive yet, you really should. That and the fact that, you know, you don't have some crazy alphanumeric code for your wallet address. Your wallet address is your username. So, it's really easy to send people money back and forth. You're not, you know, scared if you're sending the wrong person money and that kind of thing. You just got to know how to spell. So, you know, you can easily just go and copy and paste somebody's username into your wallet and boom, send them money. It's easy. So not only is it a great feeless, you know, kind of transactionary blockchain, but we got social media, blogging, video uploads. We've got an e-commerce platform that I've built called Hivelist. It's basically Craigslist. We're trying to build like a Amazon retail platform along with like pro services, and we've also got NFTs involved. We got a huge little e-commerce platform going. If you want to start your own business, if you have designs that you want to put up on like we have a print on demand service, that kind of thing, go check out Hivelist. There's entrepreneurial communities, there's finance communities. Gaming is the big thing right now on Hive. As far as in the communities, everybody's talking about Splinterlands. Splinterlands is built on Hive. It is the #1 blockchain game in the world based on users, and it's cross-platformed. I think it crossed like 5 or 6 blockchains at this point. So We've got so much going on here on Hive. It is not even funny. I am actually going to be shifting focus of this channel a lot more into talking about more Hive-centric projects, things that are being built around Hive or on Hive, that kind of thing. That's really what I'm going to be centering my focus on, if it hasn't been clear enough already. I'm going to be continuing to do the market update videos on Mondays and Fridays. But I'm going to be doing some other videos, like my Wednesday videos for CoinLogic are probably going to be like a DApp overview for a Hive DApp, or talking about a specific token or something like that. Going to try to throw a couple of those. I want more evergreen content, so I'm going to be pretty much dropping the market updates down to just Mondays and Fridays, and then in between doing a whole bunch of educational stuff on all the different things that we have going on here on the Hive platform. That's going to be what I'm going to be focusing on at this point, because that is where the majority of my focus is. Now, I'm also focusing on some of the DAO functionality and DeFi functionality with Binance Smart Chain, as well as NFTs, and then Polygon as well. Really looking at Polygon hard, using the Cub finance platform from our team over there at Leo Finance, who has our, basically they're talking about investments, finance, trading, that kind of thing. All these videos get posted to the Leo Finance platform using the Leo Finance tag, that kind of thing. As well as you can come and join the new CoinLogic.finance community on Hive. We have a chat platform. I'm going to be posting all these posts there as well. Going to be doing some, kind of not more exclusive kind of stuff. I'm going to be putting up some, target calls and things like that in the chat rooms, talking about airdrops for different blockchains and stuff like that, because I'm involved with the Cosmos and the Osmosis ecosystem and that kind of thing. They've got a whole bunch of airdrops going on, so we'll be announcing stuff like that, kind of bringing some exclusivity to our little community. So I would like to be able to use the whole BChat functionality through Hive and not have to go out to Discord and Telegram and all that kind of stuff. I want to keep it all Web3 centric if absolutely possible. But we're also building a DAO here, so a whole DAO structure. We got multi-chain DAOs, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and then I'm definitely going to be starting something with Hive as well. Just kind of figuring out the basis of that. But the Binance Smart Chain and Polygon DAOs are what we're going to be starting first here on CoinLogic through the CoinLogic finance team, so that we can all invest together, all learn together, and just kind of, watch it grow and see what it can grow into. It's, it's going to be a digitally organic machine, basically, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun little experiment. So anyway, let's get into talk about these markets, because again, price action is not everything. We got so many fundamentally strong things going on, so many different projects still building. There's a lot of builders that are actually ready for a bear market so that all the noise can calm down. But, I can also tell you too, just turn off crypto Twitter and Facebook and then just focus on building. Come and just put your focus here on the Hive blockchain, where people are doing just that. And you can come and read other people's posts on what they're doing and that kind of thing. So we have, I've had a lot more, let's say, fundamentally strong connections with people on the Hive blockchain versus any other platform on the internet. So that's why Hive is my Web3 home. So anyway, talking about these markets, Hive definitely, we're going to start off with that just because, why not? Hive has definitely taken a dip down from where we're at above the $2 level. We are down to 157 currently. It's been kind of bouncing around there. But when we get into looking at the charts, you're going to kind of see that we may be finding a bottom at this point. I think a lot of the cryptos are kind of finding a bottom. You can see the CoinLogic index is kind of taking a bit of a hit for sure. Binance Coin's looking like it's trying to stabilize a little bit and trying to get a little bit of upside going on. Cub Finance dropped down to around 50 cents, but it may be trying to find bottom and coming back up as well. Poor Splinterlands token took a big hit as well, but again, it's all about long-term views. If you've got people that are panicking and dumping tokens for whatever reason or another, That's just human nature. It's all in how you manage your risk, because that is the most important part about investing in any market, is managing your risk. What is your risk tolerance? Do not invest anything more than you are willing to lose. Period. That is why a large amount of my portfolio is in stable coins, or backed, or paired with stable coins via liquidity markets and that kind of thing, because I want that stability. Yeah, it's hard watching your portfolio jump up and down all the time. I've gotten used to it at this point. Watching my Hive portfolio run up the way it did last week to crazy numbers and then back down, and I'm like, okay, well, I just won and lost, $30,000-$40,000 in a week. It's crazy, but the way I look at like your foundational investments, so like for me, it's Hive, Bitcoin, Binance Coin, things that I am using, things that I'm building on, and that kind of thing. Again, mainly Hive at this point. That's like pricing out your house, or watching the valuation of your house on a daily basis. Don't do that. Why? Why would you do that? Because I have a long-term vision with the projects that I'm invested in. Some of these coins that you see here in the CoinLogic Index are shorter term plays, or I use them for transfer purposes and that kind of thing, like Litecoin and Stellar. Those are mainly just transfer purposes. That kind of thing. I use Cosmos, the ecosystem, for that. So that's DeFi with Osmosis. So I've got stake in that I'm going to keep. Same thing with Osmosis. I've got stake that I'm going to keep in that. I'm just letting it just still earn me yield out. I am going to be selling some. I've got some currently unbonding from liquidity, and I'm going to be using that to put into another project, my Blocktunes project, because there's some very specific functionality that I want before launch. And so I'm just, there's a lot going there. But trying to revolutionize the music industry. Got a lot going on. You see, there's still a ton of stuff being built, and that's not slowing down at all just because the price action dips. So, gotta get out of that whole mindset, because if you're just chasing all these prices up and down, you're going to lose your butt. Period. You are going to lose your butt. You need to have some conviction in what you're investing in, and you need to learn some risk management. It's really what it is. If you can, run with these meme coins and stuff and make some money, cool. But if you get wrecked, that's your problem. I never give financial advice. I'm just a dude living in a van on the internet, but I'm just telling you what I do, and telling you what has worked for me, and the hard lessons that I have learned throughout the last 3-4 years of investing. It's basically been a college education. The money, I don't lose money, okay? I learn really expensive lessons. And that's the way you got to look at it. If you lose money, you know what? You got to be able to take that mistake, figure out what you did wrong, and be able to not do it next time. That is why I basically have just stuck most of my money into either liquidity providing, paired against the dollar, whether it's Binance Coin versus the dollar, or BUSD, and then same thing with Cub Finance, and those are just engines. Same thing with Osmos. I paired it against UST on the Osmosis platform. Most of that is all paired against UST at this point, or it's staking in their platform. So I try to keep that. I try to mitigate my risk on that level, to pair it against the dollar essentially, or a stable coin. Because I don't have heart attacks when it's like that. My stress level is way down when we have these big, huge market dips and stuff like that. So it doesn't bother me as much. What bothers me is that I'm just on a really tight budget right now, because I'm finally transitioning into full-time crypto earnings, and my budget is still extremely tight. So when we do have these dips, it's kind of I need just a little bit more, but it's all good, because I have positioned myself in a way that I'm basically a week or, half a month ahead on my bills at this point, just in savings. the way that I'm managing stuff. So but it's taken me a long time to get to the point that I'm at, and I'll do a whole video about how I'm managing everything. It's been kind of an evolutionary transition, but I'm at a point now that I have a solid engine running. I'll do a full out video on how I'm managing that probably in the next week or so. But yeah, you just got to be able to be comfortable and mitigate your risk. So let's talk about real quick, because I've just been going ahead and just rambling on. The top 10 gainers of the top 100. You have got, currently right now, you've got BitTorrent. You've got Basic Attention Token up 11.73%. BitTorrent's up 16.4%. So, but you got PancakeSwap up 10.41%. So that's good that it's up a little bit, because yeah, I'm glad I got out of PancakeSwap when I did. It started nosediving hard. Then we got Stacks up 8.52%, excuse me. OKB up 7.98%. We've got Ecomi up 6.45%. Bitcoin SV is up 6.15%. I am a human, you know. Loopring is up 5.58%. Avalanche is up 5.57%. And EOS is up 5.36%. So you're seeing some, you know, bounces happen, you know, whether these are like dead cat bounces and it's going to keep going down. That's a whole other thing entirely. But you can look at the top 10 losers here. You can see Kadena is down a big one, 17.6%. Radix is down 15.96%. Bitcoin Cash ABC's down 9.9%. Thorchain's down 9.7%. Wonderland's down 9%. Terra Luna's down 8.65%. Actually been earning some Terra Luna from having that Osmos paired with UST in Osmosis. So I actually been earning a little bit of Luna here lately. Not that much. I'm going to trade it into Atom. But yeah, anyway, I got a very small little amount of that. Quant is down 7.8%. Aave is down 7.79%. KuCoin token is down 7.7%. And Olympus DAO is down 7.56%. So, yeah, it's been a rough one, man. You got some that, you got a lot. It's a volatile market, man. It's a very volatile market. So you just guys gotta be careful. But, you know, if you listen to the smart money, and you follow what smart money is doing, this fear and greed index is your best friend, right? So we are in extreme fear right now. That means the market sentiment right now around Bitcoin is really bad. People are very fearful, and this is the time to accumulate. You know, so when the markets are fearful, when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own blood, man, scoop it all up. You know, that's what the smart money does. That's what these big money, you know, investors do. Why do you think they got big money? You know? And that's what I do when we have big dips. If I've got liquid cash, then I try to scoop up as much as I can and just recompound and that kind of thing. And, you know, if I've got it. So it's just all in your mindset, you know. When we get into those extreme hype times, those extreme greed times, that's when it's time to take some profit off the table for sure. Because you're going to be looking at some downside coming pretty soon, which obviously we've seen. So Bitcoin dominance right now, though, is at 41.22. Ethereum has definitely been pumping up against Bitcoin. A lot of people say that Ethereum's going to try to flip Bitcoin. You know, whatever. Those two are going to do what they're going to do. I don't use them a lot. So, I mean, I don't have any Ethereum right now. I have zero. Actually, no. I take that back. I got like probably $10 worth of ETH in a wallet, in my wallet for gas. That, you can't pay for anything with $10 worth of gas in Ethereum. You can't pay for a single transaction. So it is what it is. But yeah, you know, those two are basically the top institutional coins right now. So you're going to be safe in both of those. Those are the lower risk investments because those are the ones that the institutions are really piling into at the moment. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're not bad investments to be into for that store value long term. I don't use either one of the networks a whole lot. Bitcoin I will use once a month generally. And what I do with Bitcoin these days is I send it from So I'm stacking up, you know, I'm getting my little high back dollar thing going here. And then when I'm ready to pay my big bill out every month, I send the high back dollars into Bitcoin, send it straight to Cash App. I can sell out of Bitcoin and pay my bills like that. And Cash App has some really cool features that I'm looking into starting out for next year, that they can actually help with your tax structure that way. So if I can get everything, all my bills being paid through Cash App, and basically just be able to track all those, you know, that particular Bitcoin sale and that kind of thing, I'll be able to manage that a little bit easier, I think, all in one place. So I think that's what I'm going to be using Bitcoin for. And then basically trading out to Litecoin or, you know, BUSD, like I've been doing for my child support. So it's crypto works, guys. You know, you can use this stuff. I am literally living full time on cryptocurrency. So I do have to go out to fiat. The BitPay card really helps with that. Coinbase card really helps with that. And then, of course, you can always go out to your bank account. But, you know, you're paying taxes on that stuff, so you got to be careful on that for all those transactions. I try to do it in a way to where I'm going out through stable coins. As much as inhumanly possible, I try to go out through stable coins, so where it doesn't hit that capital gains tax. So there's that. All right. Well, that's pretty much kind of what's going on for the day. That's the sentiment. It's been a negative one here lately, but then again, if you have mitigated your risk and you have practiced good risk management, like I feel that I have at this point, you're going to be okay. So find something to do. Go build something. Go outside. Well, not today here in Oregon because it's pouring down rain, but if that's your thing, go outside and, you know, go play in the rain. So for me, I have got a lot of work to do with some other projects, so I'm going to be jumping on that. Got a lot to do with block tunes, which is we're trying to revolutionize the music industry. And then I've got some work I'm going to be doing on Hive List, adding some new projects and some new products and stuff like that to our store. And yeah, trying to do what I can to help build a better economy and a better social world for all of us, based on Web3, to where you own your data. Nobody can tell you what to do, when to do, or how to do. You just do it. That's the beautiful part. You are a part owner in the network, so you find the projects that you believe in, that you want to go long-term in, and you go in and you invest in those projects. If you want to trade, cool, go trade. You know, good luck to you. I'm particularly one that I'm not so much gambling. When I put up posts, like chart posts and TA posts and things like that, that's because I really like just doing technical analysis. It's not that I'm really so much trading, because honestly, I'm trading every day. I am dollar cost averaging in and out you know, through one way or another. I'm earning crypto through Hive posts and things like that, and through DeFi protocols. So I'm constantly every day coming in and out and doing something, reinvesting, moving stuff around. So it's an everyday thing with me. So I pay attention to charts and make sure kind of when I, you know, to see if I'm going to get a good deal or not on these trades and, you know, that kind of things. So it's not that I'm like trying to buy low, sell high, that kind of thing. It's just a transfer kind of situation with me. So I move assets around to what is going to be making me the most money at that time. I don't look at it so much as trading as it is just shifting assets around, using them where I need to use them at, where they're going to make me the most cash flow return. That's my game, cash flow. Kind of thinking on that real estate investor mentality. I want to build more cash flow versus just capital gains up and downs. I'm more building strong foundations, strong engines that can create me more money, and then piling into that. You know, that's the game. That's the name of my game. So it's working for me. Again, not financial advice, just dude in a van, kind of dark, rainy day is what it is. Didn't want to overwash the camera though. But y'all have a good one. Be cool, be real. Always abide. Don't get wrecked out there. We'll see you in next video.